I mean, we better start with Christmas. It's only a few months away, and according to some of the papers, well, none of us are going to get any presents.
Yeah, I think this is obviously a global issue. It's mainly to do with post-pandemic sort of rise in transport and shipping. However, obviously that's not how most people are thinking about it rationally. They're thinking, am I going to be able to, have food on my table for Christmas and beyond? I think, of course, not to dramatize things. I mean, we live in a developed country. We're very lucky. We have access to, more food ever than in history. However, I think it's going to reflect very poorly on the government's ability to deal with this crisis if we do, for example, end up with, let's say, turkey shortages. I mean, was it last week we heard that apparently Boris Johnson, even though he's denied this, was whispering, in the ear of Bolsonaro, obviously the president of Brazil, begging him to import turkeys to the UK. So while it is sort of all relative, it doesn't look good for anyone involved.
There's a global crisis and there is a global problem, but it does seem to hit the UK more than others, and this is because of the HGV drivers. We've got the boss of Maersk saying we're not going to send containers to the UK anymore because, frankly, they're just piling up in the ports.
Absolutely. So, of course, we saw that story this morning, a massive backlog at the port in Felixstowe, and you just mentioned the HGV issue. And I think that, as I was saying, it is a global issue, but it does seem that the supply chains in place in a lot of places in, the rest of northwestern Europe and other places in the world, while they're experiencing the same issues, their supply chains are clearly more resilient. I think it speaks to, I guess, how we maybe are very short term in our governance of these kind of things. And we didn't necessarily, I say we, I mean the government, because actually the industry have been, of course, telling the government that this is going to happen for months and months, and they chose to ignore it.